Okay guys, here's the deal. Periodically I will do enrichment videos. In other words, in IM1, if you do this or work with me on this, take notes and send it to me, you will get extra credit. More importantly, I'm hoping you learn and actually get a little familiar with this. Okay? What we're going to learn about is something that you're going to do in IM3. So that's still a couple years away for you, but I do have some students that need help with this. So here's a lesson for them, but at the same time, you IM1 students can do this for enrichment. Here we go. So our goal is to analyze functions, and we're going to do x and y intercepts, domain and range, increasing and decreasing. Okay? So let's start with domain and range. Now, sorry if the picture came out a little blurry. This is what was given to me, guys. But notice that the curve goes like this, and it does have this middle point here. That's actually an inflection point, and it's at 2, 1. Okay? Now, if we start on the left side here, guys, do you agree it goes forever to the left? And as we follow the curve to the right, it curves up and over like this, and it goes forever and ever to the right as well. So our domain, which refers to your x input values, we would say x goes from negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay? Now, let's also write this in interval notation. Interval notation is kind of cool because it's less work, less writing. We'll put a parentheses. We'll say negative infinity, comma, positive infinity. Now, if you don't know what infinity is, guys, infinity, the sideways wiggly, like racetrack looking 8, that means forever. It goes to infinity. It goes forever. Kind of like in Toy Story. To infinity and beyond. Okay. But anyways, that's what infinity is, right? It goes on forever. So do you agree that the graph itself goes forever from the left all the way forever to the right? That's our domain. Now what about the range? Range are your y values. Okay? Now, guys, let's look at the left side over here again. Do you agree it goes forever to the left and it's curving down still? It's very gradual, but it is going down, correct? Likewise, the right side is gradually going up as well. So when we talk about going up and going down, do you agree? Even though it's doing it slowly, it's going up forever to the right over here. It's going down forever to the left over here. So when you think of up and down, which is y, we would also say it goes from negative infinity to positive infinity. Y is between those two values. Again, interval notation, we would say negative infinity, positive infinity. Now, I was given 2 more graphs on this, guys, and we're just going to do domain and range for those 2 right now. Here we go. So, this one, to save time, do you agree? It's a similar curve, so we would just simply say the domain, which is x, is from negative infinity to positive infinity. Remember, this is your x. Domain is your x values. Range is your y values. Range also from negative infinity to positive infinity. Let's see what the last graph looks like. This one is the same curve going the other way. So again, domain, which is your x, is negative infinity to positive infinity again. And your range, which is your y values, is also negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay, now what else can we do on these curves is we could talk about whether it's increasing or decreasing. And this one's going to be pretty simple as well on these curves, guys. On this curve here, follow the purple. If we look at the left side over here again, let me actually erase and start over. So, if we look at the left side here, which I'm marking in purple, do you agree it's starting low over here And if I follow it from left to right, it's gradual, but it's always going up, isn't it? It gets steeper here in the middle. Then it starts tapering off a little bit, less steep, but then it's still going up forever that way. Correct? So, for this one, we would say it's increasing for all values. So we would also say from negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay? Decreasing, you ready for this? We would say empty set. A circle with a slash through, guys, is empty set. In other words, it does not exist. It does not exist. And decreasing doesn't ever happen on this one. Now look at the next one. See how this one starts low again? It keeps going up. It gets real steep in the middle right here again. And then it goes up forever that way. Is it ever decreasing, guys? Even right in here where it starts less steep, it's still increasing. Over here, it's still not almost flat, but it's still increasing, right? So we would say increasing again goes from negative infinity to positive infinity. What about decreasing? We would say never. Now, your teacher will have his or her own phrase for this, but I always refer to it as the empty set. Okay? It never decreases. It's always, matter of fact, your teacher may just say increasing, you would just say always increasing. Okay? Now, guys, the last curve that was given to me, follow the red here. See how it starts high up over here. And this time, if you follow the curve, see how it's always going down. It's actually going down steeper right here in the middle. And then it starts tapering off, but it's still going down here. Correct? And then it kind of levels off, but it's still going down. Right? So do you agree it's always going down forever? It's never going up. It's always going down. So this time, we would say for increasing, okay, increasing, this is the one where we would say never, does not exist. It's the empty set. Decreasing is what it's always doing. So this one we would say from negative infinity to positive infinity, or we would just simply say always. Okay? Now, your classmate in IM3, she asked me not to do X and Y intercepts. So I'm going to leave that out of the video unless she changes her mind on it. So, anyways, guys, this is where the video ends. The only thing we didn't do was X and Y intercepts. Okay? But we did these two other ones, which can be a little tricky. But anyways, guys, hopefully this makes sense. This is IM3. You need to put time and effort, guys, as you can see, to learn this weird stuff in IM3. I'll see you around.